Hello there again, everyone. This is going to be the fifth installment in the series of Jund League videos. I've got a few interesting things happening with this list, at least compared to the lists I've run in the past few leagues. In this list, I'm going to be playing a few Lurrus of the Dream Den in the main deck, not a companion. I don't think it's worth companioning it because I still think Bloodbraid and Liliana of the Veil are pretty big misses, but I don't deny the power of the Lurrus. So I'm going to give it a shot here in the main deck and see how that goes. The tweaks that I've done to make Lurrus just a little bit stronger include I've swapped a Lightning Bolt for a Seal of Fire, and I've also modified the sideboard a little bit to include 2 Goblin Crater Makers, which is just a fine card against aggro decks and also great against things like Eldrazi Tron, which we typically have a coin flip to about a bad time with. So yeah, I'm also still trying out the Weather the Storm. I haven't been able to cast it yet. I'm still skeptical about it, but I'm giving it a shot still. And then obviously things like Spellbomb also good for looping with the Lurrus. So this is the list that I've got going, and still including the 4 Kolaghan's commands, as I liked it last time. Kolaghan's command is pretty powerful. Then, as is tradition, here is our metagame snapshot. Hasn't changed much since yesterday. So today is August 2nd, 2020. We expect in this order, blue-white control / Stoneblade, some red / mono-red, some blue-red blitz or mono-red blitz, Tron, maybe some mirrors in there, and then Gruul, Uro piles, and then some more linear stuff like Dredge, Goblins, Scapeshift, Amulet Titan, Humans, the like. So let's jump into a league. Let's move this over here first. That's cool. So yeah, let's get into this match and see how we do. Pretty excited to see how the Lurrus performs. Sounds pretty excellent. Ooh, do we have a mirror? Looks like we do. There goes Renin 6, right? Kolaghan's Command is an excellent card to have access to 4 of in something like a mirror. Suppose we don't know that it's a mirror yet, but it's looking likely. Thoughtseize isn't a bad one. This will prevent the Liliana from tearing me apart, and also I guess we get to finally see if we're playing the mirror. And we are. Sweet. Alright, so they don't have multiple green in play, so I can take this Tarmogoyf and just get rid of the ooze pretty normally. They took a lightning bolt. That's kind of interesting to me. I guess they're hoping that they can play Ooze and immediately get it out of range by eating something. Let's get this Raging Ravine out of the lightning bolt's range. Probably gonna want more green. More red couldn't hurt, although we've only got 2 black. Probably should just conserve the life. Let's get a basic mountain. Alright, so now this Scavenging Ooze is going to be able to eat some stuff. But the deck is full of answers to Scavenging Ooze. So that's the last creature in the yard. That's one of the things we were hoping to see. Alright, let's see who can get luckier. I think it's unclear who I want to be attacking with the Ravine. If I attack the opponent, I do get to kill him with it next turn. That may be greedy though. Let's just kill the Liliana. If they draw a removal for the Ravine, which isn't super unlikely, the Liliana is just going to single-handedly kill me. Well, I'm not gonna not do this. Please, no Fatal Push. Drew it. Glyph is fine. So no creatures in the yard for this ooze to eat. Solid. Still no creatures in the yard. They're going after instants. I have 2 more. They have a 3rd. So they can take a type out of the yard with 3 green sources. I have not been drawing well. I mean, they have to jump assuming they haven't found the removal. And if they had found removal, I think they would have just used it and attacked with the ooze. No real reason to hold the lands. Jeez. Alright, I have lots of draws that do just win the game pretty much on the spot. Ravine's fine. Yep. Bloodbraid does it, K-Command does it, Lightning Bolt does it. Finally. Alright, so Jund Mirror. I don't have many slam dunks, but I think relative to most Jund decks, my main deck is probably pretty good. It's possible I want a Crater Maker just as something that shocks something, but that doesn't seem super worth it. I could bring in Plague Engineer as just something that trades with something else. It also makes my glyphs bigger than theirs. I think I'm going to cut 2 Tarmogoyfs just because they're not a multi for 1 or an answer to a permanent like Abrupt Decay. Like Abrupt Decay is a 1 for 1, but I might need it to kill a Liliana. Lightning Bolts also don't do a whole lot, so maybe I just trim one of those. Everything else seems really strong though. Maybe I cut a Liliana while I'm on the draw. If they get a Luris going, Liliana's pretty weak. I actually made a mistake. I should have definitely boarded out some number of the hand disruption spells. That can be bad. Right, I'll lead on Overgrown Tomb, because if I draw a Renin 6 on turn 2, I'm going to want to play it. They're on the Fulminator plan. Well, I've got a lot of lands. I think I'm gonna have to play this to maximize the chance that Liliana is gonna be good. They're gonna get to Fulminator before I can Liliana no matter what I do, so I think I'm gonna have to just hope they break on lands. I'll take a 2-mana play. I'm okay if they spend time activating Ooze, so I'll just take Goyf. But yeah, I should have boarded out some number of these hand disruption spells. That was a mistake. I should definitely have that other Liliana in. That's my bad. So I'm gonna hope they bricked on the land. If I were them, I'd just Fulminator here. Maybe they're worried about me getting first access to Scavenging Ooze mana. But if they can put me behind on lands and then cast a Huntmaster, that seems good for them. But now I will trade off the uses if they give me the chance. Right? Yeah. I don't think I'm really winning a damage race with Huntmaster in play. I think I need to keep the board as controlled as possible. Alright, well this might turn out okay for me because now they're not Fulminatoring and this Liliana can take care of the ooze. And this Liliana is going to get one of the spells out of their hand too, so that's nice. I imagine they want to cast Huntmaster here. They don't know that Fulminatoring is actually going to be really good because my hand spells are just Blood Braids. Backup Liliana could have been worse. Alright, let's plus first and discard a Ravine. There goes the Fulminator. Nice. And then I'll protect this Liliana by not attacking. Alright, now I feel like I'm firmly ahead. If I dodge a draw step, I'm really ahead. Now I'm really ahead. Wow, Bob's good. Let's just cast the breeds, see what happens. Luris, sure. Alright, now I'll plus this so I can get to keep the Liliana around. After an edict. But yeah, maxing on Kolaghan's commands is proving to be pretty effective, hitting it off of Bloodbraid. Not to say it wouldn't have been one of the two that I had normally, but I mean 50-50 shot that wasn't one of the newer K commands. Rough. Alright, that Bloodbraid's a swing. Yep. Not bad, just keep the board empty at this point. Alright, I've been slightly luckier so far, which does say a lot considering the opponent's drawn pretty well as well. Alright, now I'm feeling good. A good draw here will almost seal the deal. Yeah, I'd call that good. Get back a Raging Ravine. Seems good. Luckily, my blunder of leaving in Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes hasn't bitten me yet. Let's see what the opponent said. Oh, they just scooped. I can't see. There you go. GG's. So don't know if this is going to be Mono Red Prowess or Burn yet. I'm thinking I should lead on Thoughtseize though. Maybe I should just lead on Inquisition. My logic is if they're playing like Blue-Red Prowess, I could get the Stormwing with the Thoughtseize. But if they're playing just regular Burn, there's a chance I just never want to cast the Thoughtseize. Maybe I should just be casting the Seal of Fire now, because it may not be able to kill the Swiftspear through Prowess triggers. I was gonna say, like, if they had a free spell there, at least they're using it on their turn and wasting a Prowess trigger. Rift Bolt to a Spike. So yeah, it looks like they're just playing Mono Red Burn, maybe with the Chandra's Incinerator. Indeed. I'll take the Lightning Bolt. And I'll play Overgrown Tomb tapped. Next turn I can play Tarmogoyf and the Thoughtseize, or Inquisition. Probably just Inquisition. I'm probably just not casting the Thoughtseize ever. I took the Bolt over the Skullcrack because Bolt can be targeted. I don't really have means of gaining life. And also Bolt leaves with the greatest potential of double spelling, like now. So leaving him with the card they can't cast, and then playing a 4/5. If I have nothing else to do, I may just end up casting the Thoughtseize, because when they draw White Source, Thoughtseizes is kind of like gain a life. Alright, well now I'm probably not casting it, because it just loses a life. And now I might be back to casting it. This has me going to 6. Adding enchantment into the graveyard. I need to start winning the game, so I feel like I definitely need to get rid of this. Oh, there was already enchantment. Oh, because of my Seal of Fire. True enough. So if I got a little lucky, I can win this game. Ooh, Liliana's a good one. I'll do that first. And plus, in case they discard anything that makes my Tarmogoyf bigger. Sure. So, we're eating a Helix. That's good. So we're at a pretty comfy life total. Opponent's gonna have to draw something back to back, because this Ravine can hit 2 and shorten the clock by 1. Right, well, that actually counts for the opponent. Actually, no, they don't have the Helix anymore. That doesn't count. No real point in plussing. They've got 0 cards. This game won't be determined by an ultimate. So they're going to need 2 1-mana spells here, which is, I guess, possible. I mean, they've already used lots of their Lava Spikes and seen one of their Lightning Bolts. Cool. Alright, so versus Mono Red. Brutality going to be great. I can finally, maybe, hopefully, see if whether the Storm is worth it. And Crater Maker probably also fine. Loris is going to be great. Alright, so let's take out Thought Seizes for sure. The one Dark Confidant can leave as well. Alright, so I need 3 cuts. Running 6 doesn't do anything. Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, it sounds great. It's a little slow. I guess I'll hope they don't have like a turn 2 Incinerator draw. That may be hard to beat. Alright, looks like they don't, so that's good. So next turn seems like a pretty easy Brutality turn. Gonna do it even if they don't cast a creature. I guess the ideal scenario is I can have an Eidolon with it. Get the full 3-mode value. Just main phasing a Boros Charm. Okay. Two modes. Cast you and you. Then I'll just discard an extra land. Should have played the Blackleaf Cliffs, but whatever. Should probably just take the path. Although Lightning Helix also deals with Dolores. Not actually super clear what I want to be taking here. I'm going to 15. I've got so many threats that this first Path to Exile doesn't really do a whole lot. Should probably just take burn spells. So I'll take a Helix. Alright, so that was the new card. Alright, so we know of a Path to Exile. Whatever I play here is going to get pathed. So I should probably just play the Tarmogoyf, because Loris is going to be better long run. Helix me, huh? I guess they're just saving a path for something like Aluris. I don't really understand the play otherwise. If I Aluris now, they're going to have to path now. Because they probably can't win through a connection. Alternatively, I could just Bloodbraid and turn up the heat that way. I'll be at 5. They're 2 burn spells away from killing me. I'm hitting for a 6 and then 6. That seems better somehow. They can't path right now, so at a minimum I'm hitting for 6 this first attack. Nice. Eidolon will not do it, right? That was good. Alright, so if I Fatal Push this thing, I'll go to 3. I'll have an attack for... Do we add any types? We actually add creature and enchantment, so that'll be 5, 10, eat a thing, 11. Actually, I can't eat a thing because it's just the Eidolon. So am I actually just one short? It'll be 5, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm one off. And then Fatal Pushing this thing puts me to 3, and I don't have a way of gaining a life. Like, I would die to a Boros Charm. But only Boros Charm. They've used 1 already. I should probably just make sure I don't lose by attacking with Bloodbreed and Scavenging Ooze. Like, they can path my Tarmogoyf, and then I can push the Eidolon, but then I still die to something, like a 1-mana spell. Oh, I'm stupid. I had lethal. I just had the Goblin Crater Maker the Eidolon. And then eat it. Yeah, that's a punt. I'm just gonna have to really hope it doesn't bite me. Was a little hasty there. So I'm going to have to hope they don't draw Boros Charm and have a white source. And there's the white source. Oh, well, they can't now. Yeah, okay, my thoughts are just all over the place right now. I'm fine now. So I know their last card's Path. Yeah, if they were going to Path and Boros Charm, they need multiple white, and they just didn't have a way of doing it. So just double check. The last card is in fact Path. Cool. Not fantastic, but it's good. Don't have any value to get off of the Renin 6 yet, and I don't have a 1-mana play. But I've got lots of decent stuff to do after that. Ideally, they just play like a 1-drop that Renin 6 can ping off. That'd be the best scenario possible. Uh-oh. Alright, well, Kolaghan's Command's gonna be strong. At least I've got that going for me. I think Goyf is gonna hit harder, faster. So I should probably just play that. My hand's pretty weak to traditional Tron, but might be fine versus regular Tron. Versus Eldrazi Tron, I mean. Fair enough. Oh, it's blue Tron. Interesting. Oh, let's go for Luris. So let me cast Goyf next turn if it resolves. It does. Hopefully they just don't have another Dismember. I'm assuming they only play like 2-ish. Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Good old unsummon. So they don't have Condescends. They probably would have used that instead of the Rift. I mean, I think I'm just going to go for it again. Unless they've drawn a new counter spell. Yeah, this is just going to resolve. Thirst? Or whatever the artifact one is. Shark Typhoon, yeah. That's the 1-1. Alright, well, Renin 6 can deal with the 1-1 pretty easily. Alright, they've got 4, but they're 1 land away from having 9. Annoying. Would really like to draw a fetch land here to combo with the Renin 6. I guess it doesn't matter if the plane is ping off Shark anyway. Bloodbraid is nice. Should probably just do that, to be completely honest. It's the most pressure the fastest, and they're the control deck, so we're the beatdown. There are lots of things this could hit that would be good. That's one of them. I want them to discard a card for sure. Probably 2 to a target. Yeah, I don't want this Shark to be able to block and buy them time. There goes a Mind Slaver. Jeez. Go. Tron? Transmute for Tron. Yeah, that makes sense. So Tower is the last one, so they'll go up to 5. But they do nothing with it, huh? Alright, so I think this turn is going to be cast Aluris, cast a Tarmogoyf from the yard. Obviously attacking for 3. It's gonna put the most pressure on them. I mean, they've got all of their mana now, so any payoff could be pretty problematic. Storm count 2. You're like a Flusterstorm? Alright, well, they're soon to have the Mind Slaver lock. I'm going to have to finish up this game really quickly. I'm gonna hope it's not Ugin. Ugin would be the disaster scenario. Looks like it's Ugin too. Yeah. So that -4s. My Raging Ravine can kill it. Ooh. Okay, so new plan maybe? So if I Raging Ravine to attack them, put them to 6, I guess all of my burn spells kill them if I combine them all. How close are they to the Mindslaver lock? They have to pay 2 in the upkeep and they've got 7 mana. Sorry, 3 if you count tapping the Academy. So if they have another tower, they can start the loop now. Do I just ignore the Ugin and go to their face with all of the burn? I think I do. Alright, you've got an Ugin and a lot of mana. So, I mean, if they start Mindslaver locking me, I can always respond to some activations. Worm Coil is going to make that a little harder. So I think what has to happen is I have to, in their upkeep, Kolaghan's command, 2 to you, shatter your Worm Coil. Because I really need that thing to not attack me. Which means I guess I can cast Ren and 6 as well. I can ping them, put them to 5, which means K command plus Bolt kills them. I'm gonna plus on the land now because I can minus targeting them next turn. This is a shark. Alright, well, I'll respond to it. Well, actually, I kind of can't, because then they'll be able to attack with the 3/3 lifelinker. So I still have to upkeep it. And then just hope they don't have a counter. Alright, so this Ren and 6 no longer gets to ping them. So maybe that was a mistake after all. So they gotta put Mindslaver on top. Yeah, so this was bad then. I mean, I guess I would never actually. Alright, well now they're drawing the Mindslaver, so I can let them draw their card. That's the 10th mana, so they can crack it. Yep. So now they get to control me. Yep. I'm gonna be one short. Yeah, and I can't actually... Yeah, it is just like the hard lock now. Because they just pop it on their turn and I can't even like do anything in my upkeep. Yeah, ended up being 1 point short. Alright, Ashiok will stop the loops, as well as things like Teleria West. Pillage is obviously fine. Crater Maker is going to be good. Brutality might be okay. Damping Sphere also probably fine. Bolt doesn't do a whole lot. I'm gonna try to not be super clunky. Ooze does stop the Mindslaver lock, but I think at that point I've already lost. Sounds fine. We got 2 Tron lands and 2 maps. Damn. It's like the Thirst, because that digs them to their actual payoffs. I can't keep them off the Tron. I can Thoughtseize next turn to take second map or whatever, but I think I should get Goyf down. The Remand's gonna be not dead, but a lot worse if I get my threat down under it. Same with the Condescends. So I'm assuming they're going to be taking a turn off to search for a Tron land. Which means the Thoughtseize might be able to nab something. That was good. Lots of Condescends. Alright, let's take the card they can cast. They may just be getting Island. They might just have to get islands so they have stuff to do. Or they just get the Tron and then hope to draw something huge. It's going to be kind of hard to beat the something huge. But their entire hand is blue, so they might just want island. They get the island. Kamigawa? Yeah. They drew a map. Jeez. That's a brutal draw. Their condescends are going to be worth a lot now. May just have to go the distance on this one Tarmogoyf. Alright, well that adds enchantment. They can remand it, but then they're not cracking a map. Sure. Can even thought seize them now to see what they got off of the new card. Cyclonic Rift, right? Well, let's take that. Add an enchantment. Alright, let's hope this Goyf gets there. It's not impossible. Even if I drew a spell, I don't think I would have casted it. I think I'm really trying to avoid them scrying into something good with the Condescend. Alright, can you break? Wow, we did it. Goyf went all the way. Whew, that was a sweat. So is it possible that I really just want these Inquisitions? It's also possible I want the Spell Bombs. Are they better than anything else? They're not better than K-Command, they're not better than Ashiok, they're not better than Pillage, not Liliana, not Bloodbraid. Goyf is kind of my best threat. We saw that in the game that just finished up. Abrupt Decay doesn't really hit a whole lot. Maybe I should be playing an Inquisition over that Abrupt Decay. Let's give that a go. Yeah, I'm missing red. Red source? Nice. So I guess I'm just going Overgrown Tomb tapped. Chalice. Alright, well, I don't have anything that impacts yet, so that's okay. Bob's good. So I mean the decision here is between really any of my 2-mana plays. Don't think it's Crater Maker. I don't think it's Brutality. And then between the two, Tarmogoyf and Bob, it's probably Tarmogoyf. Or sorry, probably Bob because it's guaranteed to attack for more faster. Unless I'm tying up next turn to Brutality. This also gives me the highest chance of hitting Red Source for Pillage next turn. But if they've just got Natural Tron again, then... Well, it wasn't natural last turn. Last game. It was almost natural. They had the ability to get it if they wanted it. Alright, they don't have it yet. They've got their color. There was really no winning there. Alright, Ballista for 1 punishes this. Although, if I find a red source still, the pillage is going to be good. Oh, Dismember. They didn't want to just use the Ballista and save the Dismember? Alright, there's red source. Alright, so they're off of Tron for the time being. So this gets something big, right? 6 or greater. Worm Coil is large. Alright, what I think I want to do here is cast a Tarmogoyf and cast a Brutality, probably escalating. So let's lead with Brutality. Target creature gets -2. I'm going to be targeting the Ballista. And I'm taking Instant or Sorcery. We might brick on the Instant or Sorcery. Let's just hope we hit. We do. We hit a Gust. Nice. Shark Typhoon is something to know about. Alright, we're not behind, but we're not ahead. Blast Zone, alright. So cycling a Shark Typhoon can trade with the Bloodbraid if I cast the Bloodbraid. I probably should. There are lots of things I would love to hit off of it. Not including 1-mana spells because of the Chalice. I think I'm supposed to just jam. I don't think I can play second Bloodbraid, second Tarmogoyf when I know they've got a Blast Stone that's more likely than not about to go up to 2. Alright, that doesn't do anything, but I'll cast it to put it in the yard. That was a pretty big miss. It also just wouldn't have taken anything. Like if we had a Kolaghan's Command or like a Liliana or something, we'd be in a pretty good position. As it stands though, the opponent may have time to get to this Worm Coil. So spending the turn trading for a Treasure Mage is not what I wanted to do. But again, these two plays don't make a whole lot of sense when they've got a Blast Zone in play. I mean, if they tick up Blast Zone, it means they're not cycling their Shark Typhoon. Oof, Thoughtseize was really good. They can Condescend it for 4, if that's the play. Oh yeah, never mind. Chalice is a card. Punt. Yeah, I could have Crater Makered the Chalice first. But instead I'm stupid. Alright, I guess I'll Crater Maker the Worm Coil now. That was unfortunate. Yikes. Damn. Oh my god. And like, I can't even cast second Tarmogoyf here because they'll just Blast Zone. Whew, my bad. Yikes. Yeah, because had I done it correctly, they would not have Chalice on 1. I'd have Thoughtseize to their Worm Coil. They still would have Blast Zoned. We'd be left at parity, except I'd have a Tarmogoyf in my hand. Yep, here comes the Worm Coil. And now they're going to be able to buy it back, too, with the Academy Ruins. So if I draw two mana play, I will have wanted to pop Crater Maker now. But they've got Blast Zone on too, so maybe not even then. This really sucks. So, I mean, there's no guarantee that my mistake wins me the game, but I'd definitely be in a better spot. I mean, Ashiok sweeps away the Worm Coil. That was good. I guess I should attack because they have the Blast Zone, but I kind of need them to pop the Blast Zone so I can make way for the second Tarmogoyf. And I'm not playing Kroxa or anything like that, so there's no reason to mill myself, other than to make Kolagon's commands better. Silent Arbiter. Okay. Go. Alright, well, now I can make way for the second Goyf. Still gonna have trouble beating these two worms, though. Yeah, this game would definitely be different had I not messed it up. I mean, at least I know it was my fault and not variance, right? Feels worse to lose when it's, like, not your own fault. Because then it's just like, well, it wasn't even a game then, was it? But it's my fault. Ooh, that's good. Do I just do it now to avoid running the risk of them just drawing a counterspell? I guess if that's the logic, I should be upkeeping it. I guess the artifact I can destroy is the token with Death Touch. I'll get back a Tarmogoyf for a Bloodbraid. Alright, so what am I returning here? Probably just Bloodbraid. And we'll destroy the Death Toucher. Really hope this works. If it doesn't, then... Cycle a Shark? Yeah, it's big. Gonna need this Bloodbraid to be good. Alright, so I guess I attack now, and if they go for a double block... was like they don't know that my hand has a removal spell in it, they only know a Bloodbraid, so it has to be a random card. Although they probably shouldn't block because this shark has the ability to kill me almost pretty easily. This also just like kind of gives it away though, right? Because I didn't play my haste creature pre-combat. So I'm presenting lethal. Onus is on you. And they know of Bloodbraid too, so they're gonna have to be careful. I mean, 2 attacks by the shark and I'm dead. But if they attack, they're going to need an answer to at least one of the glyphs. Transmute. Don't know for what. Tower. Oh, they're just going to get the Tron. What can you do with it? You got an Ugin too? Or is it just like a large ballista? Oh, I'm dead. So then they get to just ping me off, right? They had exactly enough mana to do it all. Darn. Close game. Let's see what I cascade into. That's what I draw. Not that one. No, Bolt gets countered. So yeah, that game probably plays out pretty differently if the opponent never gets the Worm Coil. It sucks too, because the play right before it, I even remembered that stuff was going to get countered. Then I just forgot in that split second. So it looks like Temur Rec. Lead with the Thoughtseize because I'm not sure Inquisition will actually hit anything. Cool. Alright, so we can take the Factor Fiction. Now, if they remand my Inquisition, I can't recast it, which is a little on the awkward side, but I kind of have to cast it because I want a Bloodbraid next turn. If I make him cast the remands now, they're not charging Blast Zone. Liliana? That works too. Been hitting K command a lot this league, but I guess that's what happens when you've got 4 of them. Interesting. So between the 5 points of burn in my hand, any one of my threats is lethal. They don't know that. They do know of a K command. Ura would be problematic. Cool. So Temur. Don't think I want Pillages. It can kill the problem lands like Field of the Dead and Valakut, but that's after they've already gotten value off of them. They just play so many lands too. I mean, I guess it just keeps them off of a land that, like, period, you know, just slow them down. It'll be good if I can get like a Goyf into play beforehand. But if I don't, Treading Water doesn't seem very good. Didn't see any of the Dryad of the Illusory Grove, so I'm going to assume that Fatal Push isn't good. Don't know that Decay is going to be very good. It doesn't kill... It doesn't kill the Wilderness Wreck. Maybe I want the Fatal Pushes before the Bolts, because Fatal Push at least kills Uro. Don't think looping a seal with Lurrus is going to be what decides the game. Not sure that Lurrus is going to be good at all. It costs a lot of mana and all of the removal kills it. This would mean one more cut. I think I'll cut an Inquisition just so I don't overload on duress effects. So if I want to pillage on turn 3 after playing a swamp, this means I'll need to make sure to play red sources. So I guess turn 2 I'll play Ravine, and then cast a Spell Bomb off of it. Alright, there's Uro. Their hand's quite good. Aether Gust is going to be really annoying targeting my pillage. But Factor Fiction is going to be hard to beat in general. Snapcaster can be controlled with the Spell Bomb. Inquisition's a nice one. I may just want to hold up Kolaghan's Command and the next turn Inquisition to clear the way for the pillage. So like I could go Bloodstained Mire now, hold up an Isle Spellbomb activation. Alternatively, I could just Inquisition now and then maybe pop the Spellbomb. I think Spellbomb might be worth more later though. I'll play Mire and pass. Then I might just Kolaghan's Command end step. Well, even that's gonna have value more later. So maybe not, we'll see. So if I make them discard a card, it's almost definitely just going to be Uro. Alright, there's Uro. In all honesty, I'm kind of okay just having them discard a card. It may be a mistake. Alright, I need to plan this land drop though. Alright, so if I shock Blood Crypt next turn, I'll have the mana to Inquisition and double red something else. So I guess Stomping Ground. Then they can Aether Gust this if they want. I mean, I expect them not to Aether Gust it. This doesn't really do a whole lot right now other than you discard a card. And I'll put it on top if they let me. And I'll say maybe not. Maybe we just need threats. I would like it if they gusted this, because then I get to oh, it's just remand. Also, because then I get to nab the Aether Gust too. I mean, I kind of get to do that anyway with the Inquisition. There's another Factor Fiction. I'll take a Gust. Nice. That was good. Needed to draw something that cost 2 there. Okay. Yeah, I have to spell bomb now to get that Uro out of there. Uro is gonna be too good. So now they're gonna get to Factor Fiction. Should probably just pillage. I can sack Peatland and return it. I guess I should sack Peatland first in case I find something that I want to get off of it. In case I draw something I want to cast more than pillage. That's not something I want to cast more than pillage. Jeez, that's a Nexus. It's another Factor Fiction too. Alright, so they've got a Nexus, a Mystic Sanctuary, and a Charm in their hand. Along with all these other goods. There's a non-zero chance I run in 6 ultimate at some point. Alright, Factor Fiction's on top. Yikes. Think I need to hope that they bin the Aether Gust. I mean, there's really no good way to put these piles. Alright, so now they're going to get to Wilderness Wreck, do a bunch of cantripping, and cast Nexus. Gonna need to save these removal spells to make sure that I can kill anything that would try to attack the Ren and 6. Kinda unfortunate that they're gonna just get to snap Aether Gust at some point anyway. Or they'll just put it on top, huh? Not beating this. I guess technically Damping Sphere could make him pay some amount of extra mana every turn, but I don't think that's going to have a big enough impact. I'll cut a K command. If the next card is a fetch land, this hand is fantastic. Just actually the nuts. But if it's not, I can't do anything. This is better. This is a lot better. So I guess I got a bottom lightning bolt. Have turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Tarmogoyf, Brutality to back it, eventually Bloodbraid. Well, I guess I'll take the one thing I can take. Alright, there's a land. So the Brutality is likely to take a Fact or Fiction. Ooze is good too, though. Now I might just want to do that. Get a little extra pressure down. They can't actually Fact or Fiction next turn anyway. And I think turning up maximum heat is probably the way to go. Rough. Ashiok's good. May end up getting countered, but I think I should jam it. If I mill myself first, what are the odds that Goyf grows? I'm taking out 2 types, so not super high. Guess I'll attack first. And I'll just hope this resolves. And I know 4 of their 6 cards don't counter this. Okay. It's not a remand. It didn't even put a land into play.
I'm using TikTok as a source.
Alright, now who do I target? Probably just them. Should probably target myself to keep my Goyf large. Alright, and Goyf stays large.
Big boy.
Now even fetches don't get the mana. They didn't blast zone last turn, so that's good too. Yeah, this is a winning recipe, but they've got a full hand. They are playing bolts, so I am not going to be minusing this Ashiok again. At least not until I have to. Shark Typhoon for 1 is gonna buy some amount of time. Still missing lands. I'm hitting lands. Alright, so what happens if I Bloodbraid Elf now? I'll have 6-9 damage in play. Like an Ashiok targeting myself. And then if I hit a creature, my Goyf will stay the same size, but I will be getting rid of one of theirs. I mean, I'll just Bloodbraid now and turn up the heat. Gotta kick them while they're down. Just take an instant or sorcery. They do have a bolt. Lots of factor fictions. Alright, let's take a bolt. Alright, Goyf stays the same size. Jam. Alright, and they concede. So I got a little lucky in that last game, obviously. Hey, I dodged Tron last round. Looks like humans. Sand's gonna be good against anyone playing an Aether Vial deck, that's for sure. I guess it could be spirits. Humans. Or taxes? I guess it's blue-white taxes. Let's just take an Arbiter. That can lead to the bigger blowouts. I'd rather use my removal on non-Arbiter creatures. Like, Meddling Mage is kind of a random name anyway, and I can just play something different to kill it. We got plenty of threats. A Path doesn't do much, and Giver is just like one of the higher priority kills. Goyf was a nice one. It's just something to do. If they path it and just give me mana, that's okay. Here comes a Giver. Maybe a Path. They're thinking about it. Alright, so right now I plan on just using Kolagon's command to shock the giver and blow up the vial. I really doubt they name it off of a meddling mage. I guess they'd be more likely to name something like Bolt or Push. Bloodbraid. Okay. Thoughtseize is an okay one. So I can Thoughtseize them now if I want to cast a Fatal Push on the giver, which I think I want to do. I can't kill the Meddling Mage now. Yeah, let's leave with the Thoughtseize. I could cast Luris, but I think I want to start interacting with their cells before I start playing my own. And Thoughtseize isn't going to be good for much longer. Maybe dead already. Alright. Don't want any shenanigans happening, so I'll just take care of this now. Sure. Lay on the go. So then next turn I'll have Kolagon's command to kill the vial and the meddling mage. Goyf's interesting. So like I can draw step a Kolagon's command to kill this and have them discard a card. It'll be slightly punishing if they draw a 3-drop, but the odds of that happening are kind of low. Then I can Bloodbraid onto an empty board. That seems good. I guess if they draw a 1-drop too. I guess if it's a land or a 2, then I'll get to nab it. Did we catch something? Another vial. Okay. Goyf is going to be just bigger than this Bloodbraid. I can get Forest, cast Luris as well. Cool. So blue-white taxes. Probably going to want Plague Engineer. Brutality kills most of their stuff, so that's probably fine. Same with Crater Maker. Most of their removal is going to be exile based, so Luris doesn't seem at its strongest. And then in the top deck where Thoughtseizes could be pretty bad. I need 4 more cuts. Alright, well, Tarmogoyf does seem kinda weak. Just because, again, most of the removal is going to be exile based, and they may also be bringing in stuff like Rest in Peace. So as a hedge, maybe cutting all of them might be right. Maybe I just want to bring out the Lurises. They're never ever gonna... Well, I guess they could. They could cast stuff. they could cast stuff.
Sorry.
But I'm taking out Tarmogoyfs, which is, I guess, kind of a good chunk of what they could cast.
I should show you videos.
It is funny.
I'm putting that in the group chat. I'm about to start crying. I'm sorry. Oh, my stomach hurts. That's coming off the back end of someone posting this song.
Annie, are you okay?
Nope.
Gonna fatal push just about anything. And I should probably do my fetching now in case they have Leon and Arbiter. So I'm pretty nervous about what could be getting shot out of these vials. And then it's really hard to play Liliana onto a double vial board because you just don't know what's going to happen. If I play Blitzdenmeyer and sacrifice it, I may be able to evoke a Leonin Arbiter getting flashed in, and then I can push it. So fetching basic swamp may be kind of giving away that I have a another fatal push. I guess I could have gotten, well, like I have to leave down the fatal push if I wanted to get a tap shocked land. So I guess this is fine. Lots of vials. Not playing Maelstrom Pulse currently. Well, I can make the same play. Or I could just Liliana plus. I get like basic Mountain with this. If I get basic Mountain though, I have to play Liliana and not have up Fatal Push. So I'd have to get Swamp. So I think I'll just Shock. Plussing now means if they discard a creature, I get to eat it. They try to flash something in and block. And then I'll just discard the Bloodstained Mire for sure. I mean, I know they've got spells. There goes a Meddling Mage. I mean, I guess I'll just defend Liliana and not attack. It'll suck if they've got something like Flicker Wisp. Maybe that was the reason they keep the fetch line, just because I have a Revolt Enabler for the Fatal Push. Give me priority. Why didn't it give me priority? I could have pushed this stupid thing. Get the ooze back. Oh god, Vile on 4. They're the Restoration Angel? Alright, well, kinda hard to not do this. Guess I just hope they don't violent a Restoration Angel. I guess now's the Flicker Wisp. I mean, Liliana's gonna get to stick around. That's good for them too. Bolt? That's fine. Kinda wanna just Liliana minus. They'll get rid of Aline in Arbiter, which isn't great for me. And I could Plague Engineer named Cat. Alternatively, if I Plague Engineer naming one of these, the K command can kill it. Yeah, I think I'll name Spirit with it. And then at that point, should I just plus the Liliana and discard a Liliana? If I name Spirit, they can attack the Liliana with this for 2 in order to kill it. They can't attack with the Deputy because I'll have a 2/2. But yeah, again, I should have an ooze in play. But I don't know how Magic Online works, so... Alright, I'm not even going to use this Liliana. I like the spells in my hand. I'll just let it die. And then I'll try to K-command the Queller, and then Fatal Push something else. Alright, at this point I can just yield to this kind of sugar.
I just want to finish this and wait for it to come over, but then I have to make one pack and clean.
Alright, Bolt's fine. So if I K-command to kill a Spell Queller, I can't actually cast the Fatal Push because of the Thalia. So I guess I have to kill Thalia now. So I'm really going to want this Fatal Push to be able to do something. So I can Lightning Bolt the Spell Queller, cast a Fatal Push, but I don't have Revolt. So I mean, I could Liliana and just minus. What does that kill? Probably an Arbiter. Am I okay with Fatal Push killing just an Arbiter or a Thalia? I mean, it clears the way for Liliana to be better, I guess. I'd love it if he drew some lands finally. Like, I could just get the ooze back, but I think this will be better. I guess I'll name human with future Plague Engineers. Still don't have Revolt. Now you got the resto. Alright, I'm done here. Pretty nutty. Next game. Don't think I want Pillage. That seems too cute. Still think I don't want Thoughtseize. Although when I am on the play, if I can take Vial, that does make it better. Maybe Luris is just good enough, especially since I have things like Crater Maker. But I mean, if they've got the Rest in Peace, it's just so bad. Maybe I just need to accept the fact that Crater Maker is good on its own. What would I take out for these Thoughtseizes? It's not a whole lot. Could be Goyf. Do I have enough threats if I take out Goyf? Probably not. Nope. Gonna need a black land. Black land? Yeah, I mean, game 2 is kind of my fault if I'm assuming I'm supposed to just blind name human. All right, well, Blackleaf Cliffs was really good for me here. Path your own thing. Sure. Pretty okay with that. Alright, I'm gonna head on board with the removal spell. Let's see if I can leverage it. Got the Arbiter combo. Okay. So I can add land and creature into the yard with the Verdant and the Fatal Push. I think I want to keep the Crater Maker around for a little while longer. I could just Bloodbraid, but then I don't necessarily have a good attack. I do become just so far ahead if this hits anything good though. I think the upside of this play is too high. Like the ceiling of this play is I just almost win on the spot. Ooze is one of the weaker hits. Like imagine a Kolaghan's Command there. Alright, and there's the Rest in Peace. That's fine. Interesting that the opponent's playing a lot of fetches with the Leonin Arbiters. Flicker Wisp. Deputy. Alright, well if I can find the way to enable Revolt, I can push it. I do have a Crater Maker. Ooh, Decay is nice. So I guess it's a matter of how do I want to deal with the board. I can turn the Goyf back into a creature by Abrupt Decaying this. Rest in peace. It also makes the ooze better because I can start eating stuff. So it kind of seems like that's what I want to do. So I guess I just attack all. This would seem like a free block. Goyf actually has some size now, though. That can get pushed. Uh-huh. Okay. So now if I eat the creature, I want to have a creature in the yard for the Glyph to be big. It'll still be a 1/2 and block at least a Deputy. And it just replaces it with another 3/3, so that seems fine. Removal would be king here. It's a good one. So I can combo that with a Crater Maker to kill a Spell Queller. Like I can do 2 to a Spell Queller, shatter a Golem. I'll have Revolt, kill a Deputy, get back Bloodbraid. So let's destroy an artifact, 2 to a target. That's the artifact. That's the target. I think I want to keep this ooze alive to continue to grow. Gain some life too. Arbiter? Sure. You'll get to Stone Rain me. Thalia? Sure. I mean, my ooze just kind of outsizes all of this. Thalia gets to block the Bloodbraid pretty effectively, which is annoying. It's a good one. I guess I should attack with ooze first. So like if I attack with ooze, odds are they don't block because I just eat 3 things and then trade for everything. So if they don't block and then I play Liliana, I edict them. They sacrifice Lean and Arbiter. I've got Goyf to block the Thalia, and then I take 3. But then if they attack, I kill them on the backswing. So I guess they should have ghost quartered me. Yep, a little late for that though. You will sacrifice. Go. As long as I can eat one thing with the Scavenging Ooze, I've got an extra turn to get hit with the Sarah Avenger. It's gonna be close. Path to Exile would be pretty bad for me. There are a lot of things that would be pretty bad for me, including Restoration Angel. I can't actually cast that. I mean, so I guess I plus first and just like see what happens. I just have to really hope they didn't hit the rest out, because if they do, I die on the spot. Spell Queller. Alright, well that's also just gonna kill me unless I can make them block. Can I make them block? I can. But then they just attack. Okay, so if I attack all, what happens? They just put the Thalia in front of this. And this is my out. This means they have to block with stuff. Wait, don't they just... Oh yeah, this works for them. Yeah, they go to 1. Dang. Yeah, I needed them to brick that one time, I think. Yep, they just attack now. That Thalia messed me up. And one life off. Dead. Crap. Ugh. What could I have done differently? I mean, other than like earlier, I guess I could have been more conservative with my life total way earlier in the game. But I don't think I shocked or fetched any extra than I had to. Alright, wrap up. Still really like all the Kolaghan's commands. I only cast a spell off of Lurrus once, so I'm not certain it's great yet. In all fairness, my deck's not really set up to cast stuff off of Lurrus. Like, I'm not playing Baubles or anything like that. But also, I only actually cast Lurrus like 4 times, and 3 of those times was because the same Lurrus got remanded twice. So yeah, I'm not yet convinced this Lurrus is going to be good. I liked the Crater Makers, surprisingly. Those did pretty well. Yeah, so I mean the deck felt smooth as it usually does. Not convinced Lurrus is good. I might try just not playing Lurrus and keep the Crater Makers. I've seen it done before. I thought it was crazy, but I mean Crater Maker is just generically fine. Lots of artifacts running around right now that cost a lot of mana, so you get mana advantage off of them most of the time. It's possible that the destroy an artifact mode isn't as good when I'm already playing 4K command, but I mean this one kills Eldrazi. It just destroys a colorless non-land permanent. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. If you see anything I could have done better, Please leave a comment below. I would enjoy hearing what you guys have to say. And until next time, see ya.